What you want, yeah. We just chillin' by the WaWas, lemonade with the large fries. Puff twice for the calm high, ayy, what you want, yeah. Big checks make the bank bounce. Old school candy paint down. Bad chicks, they from down south, ayy, what you want, yeah.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, BQ Quick Review. I'm your host, BQ, and today we're going to be doing a special video. See, I got my brother here, Pook Hustle.
Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Always trying to take over as usual. But today we're going to do a video. We're going to do 6 red flags for women. Yeah, it's going to be one of them videos right there. Now, I have to make a little...
What do you mean red flags for men involving women? How, like...
Red flags for men involving women?
I don't know. That's too long. All right,
you're right.
Nigga,
y'all know what I meant, nigga. All right. Now, little disclosure.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. That's why you gotta have an educated nigga with you. But, you know, if you have some of these traits, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad person or anything, or, you know, it's just a dub from the jump. I'm just saying, you sus. That's what I'm saying. You sus as hell. So, you know, don't take it too personal. I've actually met some people with these traits who are actually fine. But just if I hear this, nigga, you sound sus. That's it. But I'm gonna get into my first one. He has 3 that he came up with, and I have 3. And my first one is, I have never been in a relationship. Now, this is a red flag for one reason. Well, there's reasons on top of reasons for that. But the one reason is, like, why? Why haven't you been in a relationship? And it's just like, I think the older you get, and this can apply to men too, but the older you get, like, why hasn't nobody been in a relationship? What I think about in my mind when I hear that is, I can't work with one person. So when I hear that I've never been in a relationship, I'm thinking I haven't worked with one person, so it's going to be hard for you to work with me. And then even going further with it, if you've been in so many relationships that were short or whatever, that means you've been with multiple people that you can't work with. So you gotta think, like, why can't you work with one person? Yeah. So yeah, that's one red flag for me. What do you think about that though?
Yeah, I think it sounds, it would be a red flag unless there's like a very good reason for it for me. Cause like, it's not to say that you should just be giving out relationships willy-nilly, which I definitely was a person like that when I was younger. But yeah, like never, like ever, not even in like, never. Not even like a play relationship when you was like a kid. Like, yeah, that's concerning. I don't know. Yeah. One for me is, an unclean, like when somebody invites you over and they have an unclean environment. Because it's like, you knew I was coming over today. Like, even if your environment was not clean prior to me coming over, like, why would you not at least have the decency? Like, and I know, like, we in New York City, so a lot of times, like, there's a lot of stuff around the place. It's like, okay, cool, but at least your portion of wherever you live, like, why would that not be clean? Like, I've definitely walked into situations or, people's spaces where they invited me over, and like, I've smelled, some smells can't be unsmelled, and it definitely deters me, because it's a red flag for me, because I'm like, if you don't take care of your space, how am I supposed to believe that you take care of yourself? And it's not to say that that's always the situation either, because I know, sometimes when you're in a dark headspace or whatever, you just busy or whatever, you may not clean. So it's not 100% of the time. So I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, but if I come to your space multiple
if it's
times,
consistent,
that's a red flag for me. I'm gonna have to holler at you.
That's not. Okay, so my next one is, I know people won't get fucked. They're gonna get mad at this one, but
it's gonna be interesting.
I'm celibate. Yes, I was having a conversation with one of my friends about this. But yeah, like, and this is just my opinion. This is not Hustle's opinion. But when I hear I'm celibate, I'm thinking maybe 2 or 3 things. I'm thinking, like, how much dick you been taking for you to become celibate at this moment? Like, how much people like got the cheeks where you was like, alright, I'm getting too much like dick. I need to like stop and be celibate. Like, I just have to like I just have to say that. Like, this is just what goes on in my head. I'm like, why at this point you celibate? I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you're not a virgin, I don't want to hear you celibate. I don't want to hear it. Like, every person, and this could just be my experience, and also I've met people who said I'm celibate who are perfectly fine. But when I hear that, it's sus as hell. Like, I don't know, like, every person, and when I talk to other guys, they say the same thing. Every celibate person, it doesn't work out. It's like, why you gotta be celibate with me? Why couldn't you be celibate with the last, like, 30 or 20 niggas you was with? Not me, because a lot of the people who be celibate be getting, I don't know, they be getting ran through. It may not be you, but I'm just saying. So, yes, that's one red flag. So, you got any comments?
Yeah, I mean, my comments on that is like, you know, with celibacy, I respect anybody's decision, but the reason also matters to me in terms of, like, I'm not saying I'm just around for sex, but, like, it's a normal working part of most relationships in this day and age. So if you are celibate, I would just like to know the reason. Like, if it's for a religious purpose, are you trying to focus on a major project and you trying to eliminate something out the way? Because sex can be a distraction.
Oh, yeah. I can
in life sometimes. But, you know, it all depends on the reason behind it. Like, because if you know, some reasons just sound very stupid, but
a lot of reasons sound stupid. But even like the religious reason, like, why are you even having sex in the first place? Like, if it's one of those things where it's like, I'm celibate, like I've never had sex, or maybe like I had a boyfriend or a few experiences and it just happened to not work out, and now I'm celibate, whatever. The reason is very important to me, but I'm gonna stop because I know all the women looking at me like,
so you have chosen death.
It's not a good.
You have chosen death.
This is
Sorry, move on to yours.
I'm moving on from that. It's not a good PR conversation for me.
Man, this channel got PR anyway.
That's true. that's true. The next one for me will be to follow up with unclean environment is just poor hygiene. Like,
I think that applies for both men and women.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all of these things apply to both sexes. I feel like.
What about the guy being celibate?
Like, imagine, like, you know, when you say that to a shorty, like, they definitely don't want to hear that either. Like, the people make it seem like, as men, we just want sex. Yo, women go even harder. Like, if I start talking to a shorty and tell her I was celibate, 9 times out of 10, she'll be like, okay, and that's probably the last time I'll hear from her. So.
Poor hygiene. I agree.
Yeah, poor hygiene. It's just for me because, like, you know, the saying cleanliness is next to godliness. Even if you're not religious, it says a lot, like, when you take care of yourself or your environment, but specifically when it comes to yourself, like, you don't have to be the most, you know, perfect looking person. You don't have to have all of these features. that, may be the main things that people find attractive these days, as long as you are clean. Like if
make sure you're clean.
if you smell good, like you feel me, you shower, you brush your teeth, you feel
Flossing
me,
too.
you start flossing. Yeah, if you're not flossing, definitely do that more, because food particles get stuck in between your teeth. So yeah, flossing, brushing your teeth, showering, lotioning, self-care is a big thing for me. Like I've been taking it a lot more serious recently. Like when I see somebody who isn't taking care of themselves, I'll of course, try to, put them on game a little bit, but it's definitely a red flag, because if you don't take care of yourself, that means you don't care about the most important thing in your world, which is you.
I think it's even it's more expected of women to be clean.
Yeah.
It's more expected. So when that's not there, when you're not very clean as a person, it's a very big red flag. It's something that, I hear a lot of women complain about too, with men being clean and stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, if you see that a woman's not clean, it's just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, so for my last one, asking for money. Asking for that bread. Now let me clarify this. It's okay if you have an established relationship, or not even have to be in a relationship. Let's say you have that type of bond or whatever with the person that you are talking to. Then that's okay. I'm talking about for the motherfuckers I just met. I don't even know you. Where'd you come from? You yeah, everything's good. How you doing? Yeah, yeah, everything's good. I just got paid, $300 for rent. I was just wondering if. Shut up! No, stop. And I talk to girls about this. Who's doing this? I'm you'd be surprised. Yo. But I'm not even too mad at them, because niggas actually give them money. But if you really fuck with a dude, whatever, you really try and mess with a dude, see what a guy's about, don't ask for money or anything. Don't do it. Very big red flag. Once I see that, that's why I don't encounter women like that too much, because once I see that, you're just getting curved. I'm not talking to you. So yeah, that's one red flag. Yeah. Okay. Bye. What's your last one?
My last one is flakiness. I do not like flaky behavior. I do not like flaky personality. I do not like flaky people. Just being inconsistent. So there's the two things: being inconsistent and unreliable. Because once you are those two things as a person, I can never trust you. So when I see signs of somebody showing those two things, it's always gonna put me on high alert and high guard. And for me to be in a serious relationship or a casual relationship, even with somebody, I have to be able to trust you. I have to be able to be unguarded. If I have to build up a wall to be with somebody, I would rather not be with them. And I feel flakiness is one of those factors. If you're telling me one thing today, if you're telling me today,
yeah, I'm supposed to be here today, but then the time off comes, it's just oh yeah, this came up. Sure, you could get away with that one time, but when that's consistent, that's just ridiculous. And I'll even add to that on flakiness. I guess this is a bonus one, but being late, that adds on to flakiness a little bit too. But it's just when you're late, that shows that when you're flakiness in general, I feel the problem with flakiness is it shows that you don't respect my time, basically. Because time is very important. You can get money back, you can get items back, you can never get your time back. And I take my time very serious, because time is money. So flakiness and stuff, and you being inconsistent, I agree with that.
It also shows what you prioritize, because if you are flaky as a person, when it comes to dealing with me, it shows that I'm not a priority or important to you. And which is fine, you should be number one in your life, but don't, you feel me, waste my time or be around me
don't make
if you're gonna be
plans.
flaky, and
don't say you're gonna do something that you're not gonna do.
Yeah, don't tell me today, don't tell me the reason we haven't been speaking is because, you going through this, that, and the third, and then I catch you out with somebody else, and it's like, it's like even back to the celibacy point. Don't tell me that you're celibate and I find out my man's is smashing.
That's what up, yo.
It be like that. It be crazy. It be
Back
crazy
to
out here.
Red flag.
I'm
I don't
just
care what
saying,
nobody's saying.
don't
When I come up, red flag.
with the flakiness. I can't with the flakiness.
nah,
just like whatever. Just be consistent. Whatever your reason
So
is.
the people
for
outside like New York or you're not hip to slang. What is flakiness? Like a short
flakiness is just somebody who is just like I said, they're inconsistent and unreliable.
Yeah, this applies to everything.
Unreliable.
Not just coming late. This applies to everything.
A flaky person is, let's say, I'm sure this has happened to you, or people in general. When you plan a group trip, the flakiness usually occurs around 3 months or even 1 month or 30 days. If somebody tells you the day before the trip that they can't make it, that is maximum flaky behavior, and that's what people because so many people do it. That person is the flaky person in your circle. So know who those people are, but it also the same thing applies to dating. If I can't rely on you, I can't really rock with you like that. That's how I feel.
Can't rely on you, can't rock with you.
Feel me?
But yeah, that's 6 red flags. So tell me if you guys agree with them or you disagree with them, and let me know what you think down in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the video so people can hate me. And we will see you in the next video. Make sure you stay tuned and also put that notification bell, because the next video is gonna be red flags for the men. I'm gonna invite some ladies over to tell the red flags for us, so that's gonna be an interesting video. But thank you guys for watching. BQ Quick Review. You know how we do.
Peace.
Pick up the pieces and patches, I gotta be, cause the edges are jagged. I do not call my piece lessons with real beef, they be squeezing them ratchets. You not the same person that you on internet, I've been smelling some catfish. Don't condone violence, cause we move in silence, you know that they got it like Metal Gear Solid. Pick up the pieces and patches, I gotta be, cause the edges are jagged. I do not call my piece lessons with real beef, they be squeezing them ratchets. You not the same person that you on internet, I've been smelling some catfish. Don't condone violence, cause we move in silence, you know that they got it like Metal Gear Solid.